Welcome to the Clubhouse podcast, exclusively brought to you by Ausmerican Aces.
Please make sure you have subscribed to all our channels and are also following us on social media at Ausmerican Aces so that you don't miss a beat.
Righto, let's get into the show. Welcome back, episode 8 of the Clubhouse, last episode of season 1, and we've watched all your comments. We looked over all your comments in TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and you definitely wanted a guest in. And today we are lucky enough to be welcomed by The Brick. If you don't know The Brick, I'm sure you do. Everyone on the podcast, everyone who's a friend of the podcast knows who The Brick is. But big talent. First year in the NRL this year. We've got our awards. We had our awards yesterday. Rookie of the Year, contender. Once again, great story, massive talent, and like I said, most requested guy to have in our podcast. So very happy to have you in, Brick. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your time and can't wait to hear your story. So welcome to the Clubhouse.
Yeah, excited to be here and can't wait.
Is that a fresh cut for the...
Nah, not for
the potty,
awards.
bro? Nah, for the potty.
For the potty. Yeah, just for the potty. Nah, it was due to come off. It's getting a bit hot here in Melbourne, so it was time for a change.
Time to get rid of the curls.
Yep, restart.
What do we call that one?
It's a bit of a taper fade. Might try growing into a throw, eh? So who knows, next season I've got a mini throw there. I don't know.
Little shout out to the hairdresser.
F.
Yeah, shout out to Ricky B there.
Yeah.
Working out of Keysborough.
Mm.
I'll go to.
Beautiful. What's been happening, lads? First official week off. Holiday, I guess. But what he's been up to.
Oh, me and Hughesy went to Moonee Valley Lounge at Ladbrokes on Friday. Went and watched the races.
With Guinea?
Funny enough, with Walshy and stuff, and we couldn't figure out what all the commotion was. I thought it might have been because of Hughesy was around, but I looked over and Jack Ginnivan obviously talked to the security guards and tossed up that he had a horse running in the race, and they gave him something sweet, and myself, Hughesy, and Welsh obviously jumped on the coattails and jumped into the suite and watched the races. And
beautiful.
It was we were a little bit shocked that Ginnivan was at the races, but now he's got a medal and a premiership player. So whatever he did that night, paid dividends for the Collingwood team the next day.
That's a routine now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a routine, but it must be a bit of a routine because I think with obviously Fly being at the club and that, I think he just tells them to do their normal routine or normal stuff. So he must go to the race course a fair bit.
Yeah, Uzi.
Yeah, no, the last week's been a bit of a write-off, actually.
You're still hung from Sunday, aren't you?
Bro, I'm legit still hung from Mad Monday. It's so bad. I'm the worst hungover in the world. It takes me 5 to 7 business days, bro, to get back to normal. Like business days. Weekends don't count, bro. I need full business days to get back to where I need to be. So, it's been a write-off. And then once I felt good, I went to the races and rode myself off again, and then I've just got better now. So
you look at scruff, the beard's coming out.
I know. Awards night coming up, so I might go see the bros, bro, and get a taper or something, and a beard shave because it's
not going to grow it out.
Nah.
Okay, I know firsthand he's not great. Speaking of Mole, he's been sleeping a fair bit. The old hibernating bear,
the old sausage dog, the sleeping sausage dog.
The sausage dog is back. He's been napping up.
I reckon I've had that much sleep. I reckon I've been asleep more than I've been awake.
Yeah, right.
Like way more. It's been crazy.
So, Brick, we had a chat last week about what animal we would be. It went down a dog path, and we got plenty of comments fixing us all up. But we thought to start us off, we do have an icebreaker which we'll get onto. But we're all going to have a crack at what you are. Welcome to the podcast. Your dog is I'm going to say poodle.
Poodle?
Yeah. Not a toy poodle.
Just from the hair or what?
Yeah, but also big, a little bit aggressive sometimes, but underrated aggressive,
Poodle.
That's my guess for Brick.
I reckon Brick's long like a greyhound, and he's fast, so he's got the long limbs, I reckon.
Yeah. Well,
greyhound like.
I copped Whippet in the chat, so that's just like a smaller greyhound, and then you can be the big greyhound.
I'm thinking Rottweiler.
Roddy.
Yeah, big Roddy. He's big.
Yeah,
I think that they're obviously very placid sometimes, but they can be very
aggressive, aren't they?
They're very aggressive.
True.
I think he's
Roddies are known for big heads as well, so I hope you're not going down that path with me.
I just think they're good dogs. They're very reliable, very loyal. But I think they're very aggressive at times that they need to be.
I think that's go like a Staffy too, because they're like a brick.
Yeah, actually.
Staffy.
What
do you think?
I feel like my dog, fortunately not here anymore, but one of my dogs I had, he it was a mix of actually a Roddy and Lab and Blue Heeler. So, and he was good natured. So I like to think I'm a good natured person. So I might go for Labrador maybe.
Labrador.
And they got a bit of size about them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family dog, and I like to think I'm a family man. So
There
go
it
down
is.
that
He's
path.
been having to think about it. He's been thinking about it.
You watched
dive
that
into
last
that
step,
one?
bro. You watched that last step.
But without further ado, we will hop in the icebreaker. Once again, thank you for sending them in. There have been some awesome ones, but today's one will be, what was your favourite song to play as a kid, but you also didn't want people to know you liked it? I think it's a great icebreaker. They've all been good, but this one brings back some memories. So to start us off, I think we might head to Munster and we'll work our way around. And Brick, you can finish us off.
I think mine is Beautiful Soul from Jesse McCartney. I played that a fair bit as a kid. And yeah, obviously it was probably a little bit more feminine music, but yeah, that was something that I used to get around.
So were you, like, give us some background in it. Were you heading to footy carnivals in the car, Jesse McCartney on your playlist in your ears, or what? Where was it most listened to? Or did you have a dark day at school, come home and
No, I reckon I played it at home more times than I played anywhere else. I didn't want to be known. Mum and Dad obviously turned their head and looked at me a couple of times when I played it, but I don't know, there's just something about that music or something about that song that I just enjoyed.
Yeah, let's play on, I think.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I'd probably have to go a Bieber song. Justin Bieber. I feel like not many people liked him at my school, so
You're sort of like,
and I was going, he's shit. But really, I actually loved him when I was a young kid, and because he was the man, he was like good at singing, good at everything, and I got all the girls and stuff. So I was trying to go down that.
Was
path.
it Baby?
Baby, one time.
Baby,
I just used to love it all.
Did that
One time was his first song that I heard of, and he just got me since then.
did that inspire you to make your own film clip?
Nah, that hasn't actually. I haven't made a
Hasn't
film
surfaced
clip.
yet. It's
I've been trying to find it, to be honest, but I think Molly might have taken it off YouTube.
I hope so.
I found it.
Did ya?
So
No, you didn't.
it will be in the show notes this episode.
Oh,
last
wow.
episodes. If no one's seen it, it's
Oh,
great.
mate,
It's one of the
outstanding.
all-time greats, but we can see where the inspos come from.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's probably another song that we were listening to
Who
and
was
it
it
didn't
again?
want to.
Someone
B major.
B major.
B major.
Yeah, thanks, Mol. Appreciate it.
One of the greats. For me, it's probably like Never Say Never. I think it was on Karate
Yeah,
Kid.
Karate Kid with
Karate
Jaden
Kid?
Smith in it.
Yeah. I remember we used to just jam that, and then
So Bieber fan as well.
Bieber fan as well.
Yeah,
Jaden
wow.
Smith.
Yeah,
Great
never.
song. And
Never
it's like-
say never.
Yeah, it was like not cool to like it, but now I'm like, it's just a good song.
Can you give us a bar?
Yeah.
No, you
pretty
do it.
familiar
No,
with it?
give us
I'm not a
give
good
us a
singer.
bar.
Voice is a bit rough from
What?
Sad Monday.
What, when you went to California yesterday with Pez?
Actually got that many bites on that. It was unbelievable. Brick. Lucky last.
Oh, I
What
was
was
gonna
your
go-
favourite song to play as a kid, but you also didn't want people to know you liked it?
Oh, I was going to go with Justin Bieber as well.
Cool.
I was pretty much the same as Hughesy. Like, I was jealous of him, and here I am singing his song, but I might go a different path here. And I think I used to get into a bit of Biggie and Tupac, but I don't want my parents to find out that I was listening to them, so I'll never play it around the house or let them know I was listening to that kind of music. But growing up, I was like, had no clue what the lyrics meant at the time. Obviously, I was young, but
Yeah, right.
no bit of Biggie Smalls there and Tupac, but I was always embarrassed or ashamed to play it in front of mum and dad. So there you go.
Do you play it in front of them now?
Too smart.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
They'd
Bangs it
probably rather me listen to that music now than what I listen to nowadays with the techno and house and that. So
You do
Big
love your house.
techno guy.
You
Big
do love it.
techno
eh?
guy.
I remember we play a bit of that in the gym and that. You go crazy.
yeah, it
If
gets
there's
me
a
up.
techno song in the gym, I know who's put it on.
What is your gym like? What's your gym go to? Is your techno? Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
your
techno and
house.
hip hop between the two.
Yeah.
House.
Yeah, I'm a
boys?
hip hop guy. I need to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Peel?
I like Peel. Peel's music.
Yeah.
Dan
Really?
DePasqua's music. It's for me.
It's just that playlist that he has. Like,
Maybe
you know
not
what
the
songs
playlist
coming
that.
up.
Yeah. Maybe
It
not
just
that,
needs to-
but his style of music I like.
Evolve here and there, I reckon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, right.
he does got good taste.
Man.
Mine's probably like the remix of Fragma. Addo, I don't know how to sing it.
Oh, I know the I know the exact line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Addo brought it in and then gave it to Dan, and now Dan plays it on repeat when I'm in the gym, so that gets me going in the
Is that
gym.
the one when everyone goes, woo?
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good song.
Oh, that's that song too, where it's like you know the exact song that's coming after. It's like a mashup, hey?
Yeah, it's a mashup. Yeah.
Peel loves a mashup.
What about yourself, Paps?
No, I don't know. I'm a bit different.
Celine Dion or something?
I don't really like hip hop, eh?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can
It
feel
just-
that about you.
Yeah, there's
I
a
don't
few
know.
boys. There's a few ruckies in our team that are not hip hop guys.
Nah,
You mean
I'm
like Killers or something?
I'm like a bit of rock, like a bit of I don't know. I don't mind a bit of techno as well, but just hip hop. I'm just a staunch. No,
No.
it's not.
Really?
I can't get up for it in the gym.
Yeah.
Just doesn't get me excited. But
Like Slipknot or something like a bit of heavy.
no, nothing too heavy. Nothing too heavy. Just like I don't know. Put some like the Killers on, or
Yeah.
put like Powderfinger. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, I
they're
know
sort of
what
my
you
vibe. But yeah, I
Hey,
don't know.
Well, it's good to know,
It'd be
'cause
hard to have the orcs in a gym,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
in a
yeah.
footy team. Like, there's that much different.
You can't please everyone.
Nah, you can't please everyone. Someone's always going to be.
Someone's always
complaining.
complaining. There's always one person
Yeah.
complaining.
It's usually Paps.
Remus Smith.
I don't complain.
Yeah, Remo's a bit of a. He don't really like the music.
Can't
Does
please
he?
everyone.
Nelson as well. He'll go change it all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's, yeah.
If
No
there's a
one's
song he
stopping him
doesn't
from
like.
changing it. Welchie, he's a.
No one complains when
just
Nelson's on the
complains.
playlist. Though. That's the thing.
No, exactly.
They do just under the breath, just in the corner on the
Hey, Nels, usually
on the
said
cable
you
pool.
lose
They're
your
just
shit.
fucking-
All right, Brick. It's good to have you on, like we said, mate. Obviously, outstanding year of footy and got a pretty amazing background, amazing story. But first of all, I just want to know where the Brick nickname come from, and do you like it? It's attached on now, and obviously a bit of hype on social media. You go in the comments section after a Storm game. It's just get the Brick in the chat. So where'd it come from? Do you like it? And is there any other nicknames you've been called around the club?
Yeah, well, Rick sort of, like growing up, I had so many nicknames, obviously with the hair, and I was always small, skinny, short. Like I was tiny growing up through school and all that.
Yeah, right.
So I was always like nicknamed like sheep, lamb, woolly lamb,
Bullshit.
woolly lamb, llama.
Sheep or lamb?
Yeah, Shaun the Sheep, like stuff like that. It's always different girls. No, I swear. And then like Little Willie from my uncles, and they always call me Little Willie. And
Little Willie.
yeah, didn't realize what they were meaning until now. I was like, oh, it just clicked. But yeah, Brick came in. I was in like New Zealand Development 7 squad, and it was the first time I ever heard it. And just our captain, he just started calling me Brick. And then like at first, I was just like didn't think much of it, and then that obviously carried through into the sevens environment there with the main team, and like it just got to the stage where I was used to being called Brick, and not really like it's either Brick or Will, but hardly ever hear William. But
Do your parents call you Brick as well?
nah,
Nah.
They're
That's
William.
cool.
Surely they're
They're
William.
William, for sure.
yeah,
Little Willie.
it's usually Will, but William's probably if I'm in the wrong or
Yeah,
a bit of a
trouble.
tune up. If you hear William, it's usually done something bad. But yeah, but back home, it's funny. Back home, like my main nickname there is Llama, and that's one rugby training there. I got a haircut, and it was like I was rocking the fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the high top
High
fade. Wasn't really a good fade, but the hair was high up here, and it was all combed, so it was like frizzy. And come to training, and just one of my boys, he was just like, "Man, you look like a llama." And like,
no.
I was just like this tall, lanky, long neck, high top fade kid, and he was like, "Oh, you just look like a llama." And then that took off in the community there, and all the lads, and then now it's Brick here. And even when I started getting thrown around the club, like from back then till now, like it's insane how fans and the coaching staff and teammates, everyone just
bought into it, eh?
bought into it, and social media stuff, like that's just insane. Like I'm getting used to it now. I'm probably comfortable with it now, but at the start I was just like, I don't know what was going on and didn't know how to take it, but I had no choice. I sort of had to take it in my stride. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I'm just owning it.
Do that makes sense now when we're going through the Q&As from the Clubhouse community. There was a question that said Brick or Llama. I was like, what? Like that makes
Yeah,
sense. But no, you obviously said you'd played a bit of sevens. I know you're well rounded. You played a bit of Aussie rules footy as well. League, played every sport you could, but we'll strip it back a little bit. Life growing up, obviously from New Zealand, 2 Kiwis here, sitting here at the moment. But where'd you grow up? Family, where are they all from? Are they still over there? And how'd you sort of get your way into the NRL?
Yeah, so I was raised in a small town in Bay of Plenty in New Zealand, Kawerau. It's a pretty stock standard, small community, working class town, which is sometimes known in the public for the wrong reasons. Yeah, well, I won't get too deep into that, but it's a beautiful place. It's home for me. I love going up there. To this day, some of my best mates, they're still there now, and obviously I'm looking forward to going back home soon. But I was raised there. Mum's from about an hour and a half way on the coast there, on the east coast, and Dad's probably 30 minutes the other way. So all in all, pretty much local to the area and from the region. And yeah, growing up there, it was real good. There's not really much opportunities for many people there, but in terms of like sports and that, but yeah, like I said, it's made me who I am today, and I'm proud to represent it, and on the wherever I go or on the world stage and that. So growing up was pretty good. Mum and Dad, they supported me and gave me a good upbringing, and kept me out of going down a different path, which sadly happens to others. But no, I think their support and love got me to where I am today. And to get here, I was playing club rugby, just at the local rugby club in Te Teko there, which is about 10 minutes drive from Kawerau. And from there, I got somehow seen at a tournament for sevens, and then that turned into New Zealand sevens, and then
that story is a good one though. I want you to dive into that, because
how you
actually made the New Zealand seven side, and like,
yeah,
that's like, I think you don't give yourself enough credit, but like you've definitely gone the hard road, and
yeah,
I think if you want to expand more on that, I think it's
Or if I strip it back a little bit, just quickly, like I went to a boarding school. When I was at high school, Mum and Dad wanted me to go to high school out of town, and they thought boarding school would be good for me, I guess, at that age. And I went to Rotorua Boys High, which is it's a really good high school and known for its rugby team and academies and that. And I spent all my years there boarding, and never cracked on off the rugby. I probably did a bit better off the academic stuff, but in terms of rugby, never played first 15. Was bench, sometimes dropped from second 15, and that was just the nature of it back then. Like like I said, it's a competitive school, and there was better rugby players at the time. And then obviously in New Zealand, a lot of people, their pathways usually go from high school straight into a system or a province there. So that didn't really happen for me. So I ended up moving back home after giving uni a crack. Didn't really work out, so I moved back home to Kawerau, and I was just working as a fire sprinkler fitter, and I was in an apprenticeship with that, and had no clue how I got the job. Just one of my mates knew the boss and just got me a job there. Anyway, I was working and playing club rugby again, and there was an ad on Facebook going around for the sevens talent tournament kind of thing, and most of the names got put forward from like a provincial union for rugby, but you could actually apply. And my mum seen it, and she was like, "Oh well, no, you should give it a crack." And I had no confidence at the time. I was like, "Oh, no, my time's passed. I'm happy playing grassroots." And anyway, Mum just made a deal with Mum. She wanted me to put my name forward, and if it didn't work out, then just carry on what I'm doing. And didn't hear back for a few months, and I thought, that ship sailed. And then finally got an email saying I was selected. I was like, fuck, I've done no training. I've been working during the weeks, getting on the piss pretty much every weekend and just playing club footy. And so I rocked up to this tournament. I didn't want to go, but the only reason I went was because I was getting a week off work, and it's pretty keen to get some free kits. So I went. Did terrible in like the testing, like the fitness tests, the sprint, the gym. The only thing I did well was actually like the strength testing, but the running stuff, I was at bottom of the pecking order there, and got to the tournament we actually played, and I actually did all right. And then from that, the New Zealand Sevens team were interested, and I was selected as one of 3 male athletes that were to go on and train with the New Zealand men's team. So that's how I got to the sevens. Yeah,
I didn't even know about
So
that.
how from, you played Olympics, obviously.
Yeah.
How far from that time until the Olympics was it?
Yeah, what year was this?
Was that like, how many years later was that?
So this would have been at the end of 2018, I think, that tournament happened. And then I played the development team the following year in March. and then I was invited to. So the men's sevens team, I was invited to preseason training, and then eventually signed after that at the end of 2019. So probably just under 2 years, maybe, from when I was signed to Olympics. Yeah,
crazy from where you were when you're just working as a.
it's a bit weird because when I was in the men's team, like I was obviously still pretty raw, and they were getting me up to speed and everything. And at the time, the Olympics was 2020, so like I was probably out of contention for a spot. But then COVID happened, and then it delayed the Olympics by a year. And then luckily that extra year we were still training and whatnot, and gave me time to develop. So COVID was sort of a blessing in disguise for me to develop more as a player. And then fortunately enough, I was selected in the 13 to go to Tokyo.
Now
That's
a
crazy.
silver medalist, Olympian.
Yeah.
You got a bit of ink tattooed on you there. I think it's on your forearm.
Yeah, forearm here. Probably can't see it right now, but
But yeah, like that's obviously not many people get to go to the Olympics, and
yeah.
there you are from being in the third 15 at high school to getting a silver medal at the Olympics. But you also got a story about that too. Like, yeah, you didn't actually play in the final. Is that right?
No.
But you like to be a part of a team that's gone to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, tell us about that experience. And I guess New Zealand's known for their rugby union and whatnot, but you were speaking about I think the 4 years before, they didn't go too well at the Olympics, and the pressure you guys had to go through to, I guess, build that side up and provide something for the nation, and a silver medal. I know it's not gold, but I think after sort of what they'd experienced the last Olympics, it was a massive achievement. So, yeah, do you want to just dive into that? And I guess how special it is first to be at the Olympics and then be a part of a team so successful, but also that period there that they were probably looking for the New Zealand rugby to sort of bounce back, and you're a part of that movement too.
Yeah, so obviously first off, like the Olympics was like, this is all happening when COVID was like in its peak and still a lot of restrictions and rules, but the whole experience, man, was like crazy. Like even now, it's pretty cool to reflect on, and the whole experience of it all, and like just the life in the village. Like there's still a lot of rules in that, but you're still like seeing NBA players, tennis stars. Didn't even realize at the time, but walked past the gold medalist for the 100 meters sprint. I think it was the Italian dude, but I had no clue who he was. But like you're just in this environment where it's just like the best of the best, and then you like sort of see like, you realize, especially with sports where it's like an individual sport, like these people are like dedicated like their life for this moment, where like for us, we got tournaments that we play throughout the season, and every 4 years we go to Olympics. So it was just different to see everyone else's, all the other athletes, and
anyone stand out in particular that you met or got to?
Yeah, like I was a basketball fan, so like I'll be walking past like Rudy Gobert and the Gasol brothers, and they're like huge, brother. Like they're monsters. Like everyone just stares at them through the food halls.
Is everyone ate in the same food hall?
Yeah, there's one big food hall in the middle there, and obviously like there's a lot of rules. Like we only pretty much got to see other athletes or mingle with them when you go grab food or whatever. So they just be like looking around like this, and then probably literally the biggest was Yao Ming. And he was the coach of the women's basketball team, I think. So biggest human I've ever seen. Like just can't even fathom like how someone could be like that tall, but also like that big. Like he's the brick. He's the proper brick, bro. Like
he's a freaking he's a pole.
I remember I seen a photo of him standing next to Shaq, and he's taller than Shaq.
Yeah, like,
Shaq looks small,
and
bro.
Shaq looks tiny to him. I was thinking, oh my God, how tall is he? I mean,
there was one stage I still remember in my head. I think like Rudy Gobert was walking past, and like Rudy's a big man, like he's 7 foot something, and then Yao Ming like dwarfed him, and it's just you had to be there to see it. But he's a tough man to get a photo with. He doesn't do photos. Like you try to like go up to him, hey, and he's just ignores you. And,
Who, Yao?
Yeah,
you can probably take it from a couple hundred meters away.
That's what I was doing. I was just videoing from like my balcony of the village there, just like fuck. But yeah, like even it was a bit weird. Obviously, there's still a little bit of feeling there, like you don't get the full experience with. We didn't play in front of a crowd. You weren't able to go out and like watch your other countrymen perform or compete. So like a lot of the supporting we did for other athletes New Zealand athletes was just in the lobby of our village, and it was a bit weird like that, but all in all, the experience was unreal. Yeah, and then just obviously your other questions, like how it was 4 years, like the pressure and that, like I was pretty young and naive. Like I was just stoked to be there, but I think it caught up to me with some of the older boys who had competed at the Rio Olympics, who obviously they would have liked to have done better than what they did, but that wasn't the case. And I guess for some respect for some of those players, like this was their last opportunity to give, have a crack at Olympic gold. And once that feeling started settling in, like the pressure was there. Like you wanted to perform, obviously for yourself and your country, but then you wanted to like play well for your teammates who was potentially like their last chance. So, the pressure was real. Like, but we were lucky to have like pretty good leaders in our team in terms of our captains and pretty experienced players who've been there. And we just kept talking about one game at a time. You want to think about the gold medal match. You want to think about like Fiji and that, who was red hot. But at the same time, we had to get through our pool, and it's pretty ruthless. Sevens tournaments, like you only get the one opportunity once you get through pool play. Like you can't really. There's no margin for error, and like our boys played unreal throughout that tournament. And then, unfortunately, I wasn't named in the 12 to play Fiji in the final, but it was pretty much me and one of the senior boys who was probably playing at his last Olympic Games. So for me, I was sweet. I was happy to be there and be a part of the team. And it was funny, I was the 13th man, so I was in the grandstand, and the 13th man for Fiji was Semi. Big Semi there, and I was looking at him, I was like, what? So, obviously was gutted for the boys. The feeling in the locker room after that final was pretty heartbreaking, to be honest, and we probably spent a good hour or so just in our locker room. We just sort of all got around each other, and especially the older boys, and I think it made us tighter as a group, and you build some pretty special relationships from those kind of memories and experiences.
So then obviously, it's a crazy story how you've gone from not being I guess you're in third 15 and then going into Olympic 7 squad, and then now you're playing the NRL, and I think you're a top try scorer this year, up there. But what was that little journey in between the Sevens and the Storm like, and how'd that story come about? How'd you get approached, and I guess what were your first feelings when the Storm come looking at you?
Yeah, so obviously after the Olympics, I was hoping to go down the rugby union path in the 15s game. I was hoping to get a gig or opportunity there, and I let my agent know about it. And we got a few come back, but then he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put your footage out to some league clubs." So, and then we got a couple interests from a couple of clubs, and then Storm came up, and this was after our final hit out before the Olympics, the pre-tournament trial. And when I heard the Storm was interested, I was like what? And then I told him, I was like, well, I'm not going to talk to anyone until the Olympics is done. Like, I need to focus on this. And then once I come back home and have a bit of time, then I'll sit down and think about it. And after the Olympics, come back home and had a Zoom call with Frank and Craig and Paul Bunn. And it's pretty scary, to be honest, because all I've seen of Craig is just him spraying people in the coach's box.
He's an angry man.
Losing it. So I was like, I didn't know what to expect, but it was really good to sit down and talk. And we didn't actually talk too much about footy. Obviously, they wanted to know a bit more about me and my family and sort of my, where I come from and whatnot. So sort of get that side of, see that side of him was like kind of good. And I think there in that Zoom call, he pretty much told me that they believed I could be an NRL player and they could help me play NRL. And when you hear that coming from like Craig, he gave me a lot of confidence to sort of put pen to paper. And it took me probably a solid month to do that, because I was either that or re-sign with Sevens again. And I think I was due for a change, and I was interested by the challenge. I've watched league growing up, but I never thought in my life that I'll have an opportunity to play NRL. So at the end of the day, it was too good of opportunity to turn down. And then once I got here in the first month of preseason, I was just wondering, like, what am I doing here? Eh? Like, I need to go back. I was like, had to settle life. I think I'll up here. Like.
With that too, you obviously would have lived with your mum and dad in New Zealand when you were playing rugby sevens. Like, how was it transitioning, moving to Melbourne on your own? Like, I know your mum and dad obviously still live in New Zealand, and they come over every now and then. But obviously, coming down, not knowing what Melbourne's like, how did you transition and going over? To, obviously, you spoke about a month of preseason. How'd you go living on your own, or how'd you cope? Like, you would have been thinking, far out, I want to go back home, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, when I was sevens, we were based in a town called Tauranga, which is only 50 minutes from home, like my hometown where mum and dad live. So I was flatting there, but every weekend I'll usually come back home, whatever. And I was definitely nervous about moving to Australia. Like, obviously, don't really have any. I got no family in Melbourne and don't know anyone, and I was sort of going out on my own. But I think more so, it was probably harder for my family to accept that, I guess, and especially my mum. She's a bit of a stressor sometimes, but it was hard for them as well to sort of let me take on this challenge and opportunity. And like I said, I come here with no family. I didn't know anyone, but I sort of just jumped in head first, really. I was like, I'll back myself. And then, probably after a couple months here, obviously COVID's still happening, so there's still the uncertainty of the borders and that. And actually, a funny thing, like, it was actually dramas trying to get me over from New Zealand to Melbourne. I had to jump on like a charter flight that was meant for the Breakers in Wellington, Phoenix. So,
oh, no way.
That was the only flights going to Melbourne at the time. So, once I got here, I settled in pretty quick. I remember Munster, here, he reached out pretty much straight away once the news broke out and was inviting me for dinner. I was just like, what the And then Big Tui, he was like, no, welcome, brother. So like straight away I got like this sense of, I guess, a little bit of belonging and felt comfortable. These fellas are pretty welcoming. I haven't even met him yet, and he's invited me out for dinner. And once I met a few of the boys, it's all pretty easy. You know how it is at the club. It's a great club. It's a family club, and all the boys in the same boat. Really, a lot of them are moving away from home to take on opportunity down here as well.
Like you said, it's like I admire the challenge of being like, no, I'm going to try something new. Like you're silver medalist at the Olympics. Like, a lot of people would be comfortable with that, but you're challenged to, I guess, go play different code. Like, what was the big driver behind that? Like, were your parents big behind it, or was it more just that's just how you are and you're willing to take on that challenge?
Yeah, I think my parents were excited and scared by it, to be honest. They were like, wow, this is exciting. Like, I remember watching a couple of fellas' games, and then I was thinking, like, I could be going to this club, and then my parents were like sharing their excitement with me, and then at the same time they were pretty scared. They were like, well, this is a big huge step in, I guess, my personal life, moving to Australia away from home, and then also my career. Like, I probably just established myself as a rugby sevens player, and then now I'm going to try to give league a crack, and I'm going to start from the bottom again. And there's no promises, we think I could be an NRL player, but the reality is we don't know until I give it a crack. So the uncertainty was pretty scary, and especially during that preseason, like, I was confident in my abilities, but it was probably taking a bit longer for me to adjust to a few things, and it showed. And it really tested, I guess, my own belief, but also like my patience, because I'm a pretty competitive person, and some things take time, but like,
Well, like you said, like, it didn't all happen for you straight away. Like, you had a year in the Queensland Cup and got to sort of apply your trade there. But like, how tough was that year? Obviously, we've all done it, traveling, but I guess you've moved to Australia, you've moved to Melbourne, you train all week in Melbourne, and then you're flying up to the Sunshine Coast, which I'm sure you enjoy, and you've probably got a few stories about that. But how was your time in Queensland Cup, and did that teach you a lot that this year's been one of the great rookie years from someone we've seen at the Storm? And I know how hard you work, and we've spoken about on this podcast before about, like, after a good performance, it's not just a fluke, because you're practicing this week in, week out. And we spoke about the Roosters game, and we'll touch on that. But that journey, I guess, in Queensland Cup and that year to sort of develop your craft, and how much has that helped now to put you in this position, you reckon?
Yeah, it was needed. I think it was good for me, just playing Q Cup. I remember that was before the Warriors trial. He said he was going to send me up for the Falcons trial. And I'm like, this is probably the most nervous I've ever been before a game. I was rattled. That was my first league game in years since playing like just grassroots footy back home, like in 2017 or 16 or something. So, that year in Q Cup, like, the same thing, like the Falcons boys, they're a great bunch, and they really sort of, it's one thing, like, the Storm boys coming back and joining the squad, but like getting a Storm player that has zero experience, getting chucked in the fold, they really took me under their wing as well, and I learned a lot off those boys as well, and the coaching staff there. So just to get a bit of game time and I guess play consistent footy helped me in my development, and then throughout the season I started to get a bit more confidence and develop my game, and by the end of it, I was probably, maybe I was frustrated I didn't get a debut, but at the same time, as I look back now, I think it's probably a good thing. I don't think I was probably ready for the first grade yet, and I still had a lot of learning to do, and that Q Cup season set me up for a decent preseason, I guess, heading into this year.
Yeah. Was there a game that stood out to you at all in Q Cup where you sort of felt, I'm comfortable doing this now, or was it only sort of, I know many people moments sort of when they're playing NRL, they feel comfortable, but for someone who's just come over playing rugby league for the first time, it's like, was there that moment where you went, I'm comfortable playing this now, or you sort of, I guess Queensland Cup, like, it's tough because it's not what you want to play NRL and whatnot.
I wouldn't say it was a game where I felt uncomfortable. There was probably some performances where I probably doubted myself a bit, but I remember one game afterwards where I think it was, we played the Mackay Cutters, and it was probably like my best like individual performance of rugby league. And after that game, I think I had a sense of, I was like, man, I think I'm getting better at this, and I realised what I guess I was capable of. And then I think I got injured like a couple of weeks later, so then that went back down. But I think there's a couple of games there, but the club, there's always things to work on and get better at. And I think there was a stage in the season where I wasn't trying to like worry about trying to get a debut or something like that. I was just sort of enjoying playing rugby league, and I was just trying to get better at my own game, and whatever's happened. So I think my mindset got a lot better towards the back end of that season. That showed off my footy.
And then obviously you do a fair bit of side on the mental game. I know that, and you love your reading and you're sort of into that side of things. But do you think that's helped as well? Obviously, we'll dive into you this year, but I feel like you're someone who's done a lot of work in the background, and like now you're sort of reaping the rewards of it. So you go into a bit of that. No, like I said, you love your reading, you love your mental side of the game, and you've been through your own adversities. So
I'll probably, I don't know, I think as I got a little bit older, I'm an old rookie, so as I got a little bit older, I figured out, I need a bit of balance in life, and I can be a stressor sometimes, if I'm not performing well in that, and I need things to sort of take my mind away from rugby league, clear the head, and I'd sometimes do a bit of reading, or a couple of the boys would go for a fish or something, or cast. Don't catch much.
What's your favourite book?
Favourite book I've read so far is probably, I've enjoyed Green Lights from Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't say I've got too many favourite books. No, I've read a few. Like I've read a mix of like financial and self-help and fiction and that. But I don't know. I've tried to find things that help me clear my head, and hobbies and that, I guess. I think not just for rugby league, but just in life in general, where like don't want to get caught up too much with the pressure and expectations and that. So,
and obviously you just spoke about that, but it's probably a bit hard to think about now. But life after footy, is that something you'd be passionate about as well, or you got something lined up in the works?
No, it's probably something that's scaring me now, to be honest. Always been someone who's like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it this year, or no, I'll do this and that. But like now I'm like, I need to start getting a few things in place there. But I've got a couple of ideas that I want to sit down and speak with good old mate BP.
Oh, yeah?
With, but whether that's studying again.
He'll get back to you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Are you studying or anything at the moment?
No studying at the moment.
No.
So I've always, when I first come to this journey, my main priority was just to play. Obviously first grade, and then this season was my first taste of NRL, so I wanted to, to get a bit of experience and see what the NRL season's about, and then now I guess I've got a bit of understanding now what that looks like. I can probably start working on these things on the side.
All right, now we'll dive into 2023 because, like I said, it's probably one of the more impressive rookie years we've ever seen from someone, and you had some massive moments this year, but first of all, congratulations. It's like we said, we've seen the hard work you've put in, and now to come out here, it's no surprise to any of us that the year you had, but I'm sure within yourself you'd be stoked. But is there anything stands out to you this year that you're real happy with, or just sum up the year in general of sort of how you think you went, who helped you, what lessons I reckon you'd taken along the way that really helped now?
Yeah, I know, reflecting on the season, like I've probably only been able to do that on the last couple of days because last week was a write-off, like Hughes said. Got my wits back about me. But like the season's been massive. Like it's made me realise, how long the season is and how important being able to compete at a high level week in, week out is. Obviously coming from sevens, a whole different layout of games and structure and that. So this was a huge learning curve for me. Moment that stands out is still my debut. Like, I think that stands out for me because when I come here, like I was sort of, it was on me. Like I was backing myself to become an NRL player, and there was some dark times last year where I was like, I've messed up here, and I probably ruined my career or rugby career or whatever. But it started this season, getting my debut jersey, playing that game, that sort of just made it all worth it. All that hard work you sort of pays off. So that's a cool moment. Playing the Sharks, I can't remember what round it was, but it was Parents' Weekend, and my grandmother actually made the trip across. So
no way.
Playing in front of her, and now she's a big Storm supporter.
Nana
and
Brick.
OG Brick there.
OG.
So like those two moments are pretty special, and then obviously at the end of the season, with that prelim, like that moment at the end of the game there against the Roosters, like probably I've never experienced like that high of like celebration and how loud it was and the way all the boys reacted. Like that was the first time I've experienced anything like that. So I reckon I'll remember that for a pretty long time.
Yeah, I know we gave Munster a bit of stick for that game there, but I think we spoke about after it, like how impressive that was to actually, like people don't, like, I guess if you play AFL footy and you practice it all the time, it's not that hard, but
it's not easy.
It's not an easy thing to do, to grab the ball at that and not bobble it and score the try. So in your rookie year too, like there was times throughout this year I was like, it's not your, like you've been here for years, but like you said, the hard work you put in. And
even with some of the tries this year, like I didn't expect you to get in certain positions to score them. I'm just like, far out. This is his first year. How good. Like you're playing like a veteran, but hopefully we can, I'm just glad you come to us, and hopefully we can see some Brick next year, like this year. It'll be exciting to watch.
Brick Nation.
The Brick
Is
Nation.
that,
Brick Nation.
do you have any,
Yeah,
plenty Brick Nation, plenty bricks in the chat. Goals going forward. You got anything sort of lined up that you really want to do, or it's just sort of still pretty open?
Yeah, well, I mean, especially after the way our season ended and like realising how close we are, I'd love to be a part of the team, be a part of this team, and hopefully win a premiership. Like, I think a lot of the boys are the same. So like just realising how close we were and the fact that we had an opportunity to do it. Like I'd love to hopefully one day win a premiership, and then I'd love to represent my country one day, and also wear the Māori All-Stars jersey. I think that's pretty close to me, and that'll mean a lot to my family and where I come from. Like that jersey, I think some people don't realise how significant it is. And yeah, those are a few of the goals I've got.
I don't think those goals are too far away, mate, to be honest. If you keep doing what you're doing, you'll be playing for your country, and I'm pretty sure we could be holding the trophy in years to come if you keep staying here.
As I say, there's Kiwi selections coming up too, so fingers crossed for you there, mate.
Yeah, good luck.
We think you've done enough this year, so hopefully you go well with that. Same with Hughesy. I think, Mun, yesterday you got announced too that you're in the Australian squad, so congratulations.
Thanks, boys. Big fans. Thank you.
And, congrats to Harry Grant as well. Long time listener. Harry Grant. But obviously, man, it's massive achievement, mate. So congratulations again. I know you were saying all year how humble you are and if you get picked, but I'm sure it was always going to be an easy decision for Mao. But congratulations. How you feel? And when's all that kicking off?
Yeah, I got the phone call this morning at 9:30, just before obviously the team was announced at 10. It was good. I was a bit shocked, honestly. I didn't have the greatest year that I've had in previous years, but lucky enough, Mel's loyal and decided to stick with me. So got to pay that loyalty back and hopefully play some good games against Samoa and New Zealand. And hopefully we can go well. But it was good. Pretty excited to get in camp, go Friday, and obviously play against Samoa in Townsville. Have the camp in Airlie, and then go from there and have the week off, and hopefully get myself ready to go and hopefully play well against Samoa, to play against hopefully Hughesy, and we'll get picked, and it'd be good to play against some teammates.
Are you going after heads? Are you going after them or what?
I played against Hughesy in the World Cup. It was funny. I couldn't stop smiling and laughing at him.
On the same side?
Yeah, on the same side. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting because
it's fucking weird.
It was weird.
It's so weird, man.
So I'll hopefully be throwing a little bit of brick chat at him if Will gets picked, or if Hughesy's there, I might be getting out the old sausage dog chat.
Was Hughesy going after you in the haka there before the game? Was he?
I remember looking at him, bro, and I was just like, I can't do this, bro. I'm not. If I'm being serious with this guy, I'm going to laugh, and then it's going to make it look shit by me. So I just stayed away from him, bro. I was just looking elsewhere.
Where do you try? Do you try to pick someone out when you do the haka, or you?
Nah, not me. I try look at different people, because I reckon I'm not that fierce to look at some guy. They're not going to get things by me. They're not going to be intimidated by me. So I let the big boys go up the front, and then I just do the stairs from the back. But if Brick does a haka, he'll be up the front.
Brick's gone at the front.
He's a haka man.
He loves it.
I was playing out when I do
scary,
it.
Give us one. He's a scary
Time and place.
Save it for hopefully when he's in the Kiwi team. But I guess we will talk a bit of footy now. Both grand finals are on this weekend. Obviously NRL and AFL. We'll start with the NRL. 3 grand finals we all had our predictions for. But straight off the bat, Hughesy.
Yeah, wow.
You're close, eh?
You were really close. You predicted
very
Penrith to win by 2. But let's speak of that.
That's crazy.
One of the great grand finals. To be honest, I turned it off.
Yeah, so did I.
When it was 24-8.
Bro, I went the opposite way. So I didn't watch it at all until I checked the score, and it was 24-8, was it?
Yeah.
So I put it on then. I think it was the 60th minute mark, and then Cleary turned it on and just turned the whole game on its head. And I was just like, what the fuck am I watching, bro? This is crazy. When I checked the score, I was like, holy shit, Broncos are they're killing it. Chucked it on. And then Cleary just went off his head, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? That was crazy. So I reckon I caught probably the best bit. Yeah. Although I think I watched a couple of highlights, and Mam's tries are pretty crazy too. So I probably would have wanted to watch those live, but I reckon I got the best bit the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I turned it off with you, Paps. I turned it off at 24-8. I missed a couple of how they got the tries, but then obviously they watched the replays, and I was going, all right, how's my man's going to get Clivey here?
Yeah.
And then, then obviously, Hughes spoke about, Nathan just turned it on and just flipped the game on its head. Obviously, Crichton's try was massive as well. They obviously started it, but he's just put on a clinic. It's probably one of the best performances in 20 minutes you'll probably ever see in rugby league, and deserve the accolades that he gets now. Three-peat. No one's done it since Parramatta Eels, and everyone's envy and jealous of them all, and rightly so. We've obviously been there to win comps, and the feeling that you get. So imagine winning 3 in a row, they'll be on cloud 9.
Especially like that too. I think that's the biggest comeback in a grand final. I think the last one was Storm, 99, I think.
Yeah.
The first premiership. Yeah, they're
crazy.
down 16-0, I think.
Yeah.
So that's a massive, that's just,
crazy.
It's hard to say.
And they must have been tired because the referee put his whistle away. Couldn't imagine how gassed they would have been. You look at some of the teams or some of the players, some of the things that they're doing that they would never do in a normal game,
Nah. The first half was immense. For them to only be down 8-6 the Broncos. That's why when it was 24-8 and they were up, I was like they couldn't have played any worse in the first half, and they're within 2. Now they're ahead.
They can't
and
lose.
Just literally the old early crow, but crazy scene. Shout out to Nathan Cleary. That was a special game.
Great. So they would go down as one of the great grand finals.
Great grand finals.
One of the best players that played the game.
Ruckies got him back in the game too. Penrith Ruckies, so just Moses. And
Leota was
Fish.
grouse.
They were
He's on a
just
mission.
running hard as, bro.
Especially not going to carry. He's solid, man. Like far out. Like it just shows how much force he's got. Like they just
But you can say the Bronx going to be a good team for a long time. They're young guys.
Yeah,
If they
young.
can keep that young core group together, they're going to be pretty dangerous. So.
bloody oath.
So your prediction, Hughesy, obviously
Yeah,
got a lot of people talking.
2 points
2
off.
point. No, you got it. Oh, like as in
Picked
correct
exactly.
score?
Yeah,
No,
I think
not
I
yet.
was like 24,
Yeah, it was 24, 22, but you said
22.
26, 24.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
So I was just
Yeah,
off.
something
That's
like that.
crazy though.
But
Imagine jumping on by two. That would have been paying a lot. I was talking to someone yesterday. Penrith paying $33
during the game
at
live
60
bet.
minutes
Live
live
bet,
bet.
bro.
$33.
Wow,
I think Cleary Live was $67 to win the Clivey.
Yeah.
no way.
$67, bro. That's
There you
crazy.
go, eh? Never out. But a few people have been in the comments, obviously pretty impressed by your prediction. We've got a little task for you this week, and it's going to involve predicting the Powerball.
Oh, bro.
So,
Don't put this pressure on
so
me.
And
numbers,
seven numbers as well.
seven
and you play-
numbers.
and you play seven, like it's an omen.
It's an omen. We will put this on ourselves, but 7 numbers between 1 and 35, and then you're going to have a Powerball number. So essentially 8 numbers. Fire away.
Is that actually Powerball? Is that
Yep.
how you do it?
Yep.
Sounds like, is that Keno as well? Nah, Keno's heaps of numbers.
Keno's 80, I think, isn't it?
Ah,
So, you want 80,
I need
Keno, yeah.
7 numbers between 1 and 35, and then we're going to have another number for the Powerball.
all right. So this is not going to win, but
Not with
Hey.
that attitude.
Hey, if you, I'm going to jump on it. I'm telling you.
all right. I'm going to go 7 then. 7 and 8.
7 and 8.
24,
Yep.
22,
That's 4 numbers. Yep.
15.
Yep.
2
more.
35. Is it?
It actually looks like winning Powerball numbers.
Bro, imagine.
I'm going to go.
How many do I got left?
one more and a Powerball number.
I'll go 29. I'll go 33.
33.
Oh, I was hoping you'd go 2 because of the 2 points.
And Brick, special guest, you're going to crack at this as well. 7 numbers between 1 and 35 and a Powerball.
35. I'll go 2.
2.
He's taking the 2.
13,
Yep.
30,
Yep.
24,
24.
20.
20.
These are all numbers that mean something to me. So, how many more do I need?
2 more and a Powerball. 2, 13, 30, 24,
Oh, it's
20.
We'll go 17.
Yep. Some thought going into
Yeah,
this.
I
This is
know.
what we love.
10.
10 and your Powerball.
Can I pick one of these or it has to be something
Nah,
different?
different.
33.
Oh, same Powerball.
Oh, is it the same?
Oh, let's go.
That's a sign.
There we
Oh,
go.
my
It's gotta be a
God.
sign.
It's
I'm
a
on
sign.
it. I'm jumping on.
gotta
Give me
be a
both
sign.
of them.
Sign.
Oh, all right. And obviously other grand final games this
Just on
weekend.
that too, like, if you win the Powerball, boys, if we get on it and it actually wins,
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah.
what are we doing? Are we retiring or
We're
are we,
retiring. Depends how much it is, actually. We might not be able to.
Win another premiership,
yeah, and then
we'll
We'll
go
retire. Go to Vegas.
to Vegas.
we can go. We can.
Go to
we could
Vegas
actually
for a
probably create our own island.
Yeah, we can go to
Pretty
our
win
islands.
that
We'll
much,
create our own
yeah.
island.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Get your numbers in. 7, 8, 24, 22, 15,
And if you win
35,
on those
29.
numbers, you owe us. Too.
Yeah, you owe us. Actually, maybe we should just change the number so like if we do win, we're not
Yeah,
sharing it
we're
with
not
someone.
sharing. Yeah, true. No, everyone's going to be on it, and we're going to
Let's get on it.
we only get a small portion.
Before we have the potty, let's get on it before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, we need to maybe just change one, do a second one. But other NRL grand finals, NRLW, Titans were looking good for a bit
Oh, I
there.
thought they were home. I thought they were
18-12.
home.
To make up and turn it on. Knights won that, so we were wrong with that. And the State Cup final, in the middle of the day, it was like 35 degrees.
I could see some of the boys flustered and red, and
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh.
That
And we're talking about probably trying to change the game to midday or like so around 2:00 or something.
Well, they didn't have drink breaks because they didn't want to cut into
Grand
like the
final,
entertainment
or
and grand
others.
final.
Yeah, right.
So I think the trainers are allowed on, but
Whenever.
but crazy.
Every
scenes.
5 minutes.
So like I said, Brick, you've been probably the most requested guest to have on the podcast, and there were so many questions from the community, and we will go through them and ask them. But that's our little segment now: is a Q&A from the Clubhouse.
There's a
Ausmerican
lot.
Aces
There's a
community.
lot
Fair few, mate.
a lot of
I'll
questions.
start off.
Honestly, so much. So we'll go through, and some of them I'm going to get us to all answer as well because there's some good ones in there.
Yep.
But these will be some. Actually, before we jump into that, Last week's love language.
Oh,
Just quietly. Did you boys do the thing I sent into your WhatsApp?
yeah, I did it. Yeah.
So we spoke about the love languages last week, and I know you're a single man, which you'll get to, but we were talking about love languages and what we sort of need and want, but I found an app where you can find it out. So we've got our results up, and Money's got his there, I think. But
He does.
Tell everyone what you're.
So go through it because we had our guest last week. So I'd love to hear what you actually got, and then Brick will come to you, and we'll also see what you think yours is.
Yeah, look, boys, I'm a bit of an all-rounder, which is surprised. I'm a words of affirmation, 27%, quality time, 23%, physical touch, 20%, acts of service, 20%, and receiving gifts, 10%. I'm not a real big fan of gifts.
But yeah, everything else.
Yeah,
everything
pretty
else.
much everything. Like 20% is pretty high.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a big fan of gifts. I don't know. I'm not, like if it's my birthday or something or Christmas, I'm not a...
You'll go get it if you need
Yeah,
it, right?
I'll go. Like if I need it, I'll go and buy it. But if for
What
someone,
do you give someone that's got everything though?
No.
You know what I mean?
Please.
You know what I mean? That's why he doesn't like.
Don't be
That's why
throwing
he
stones
doesn't
at glass
like.
houses here, boys. Don't be throwing
That's why he
stones.
doesn't like gifts. He's fucking got everything. Or if he needs it, he just gets it.
Hey.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
But
that's very rich from both
are
of
you
you.
familiar with the love languages? Do you?
Not really.
Nah.
Nah.
All right. So Mun will read them out to you.
So words of affirmation.
We're going to say what you need, you need to feel loved. Right? Here we go.
The words of affirmation. So like obviously, like be nice. Like if you look like fit like good or compliments.
Yep.
Quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and then receiving gifts. Acts of service is obviously doing something for someone, or you like someone going to do something for you. It's like doing the washing or doing the dishes or
Do something for your family or something.
or just going out of your way.
Lover.
Yeah, for your lover. Like you might wake up and she'll have a coffee for you, or you might do that for her.
So you pick, like, what would you like to give out? What are you good at giving out, or what do you like to receive? And there's probably two that stand out. We say there's two dominant ones.
Yeah.
So like, you don't have to put them in order. You can just pick your two that you'd like.
I think. Was it words of affirmation?
Yeah. So like you saying to your missus, "Oh, you look
Compliments,
beautiful."
Yeah,
today,"
like
or,
compliments.
"Oh,
Like, I
she
think
gives you
that's be pretty important. Like
Yep.
to give out.
To give
Give
out.
out?
Yeah.
Like you're good at giving that out?
It's work in progress. Probably. I don't know. Can't say. Acts of service.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Acts of service,
I
words
think
of
those two
affirmation.
would
I feel like
probably-
those two just go together, eh? If
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
that, then
I'm not really big on. I'll be the same as Mun. Like I'm not really big on gifts. Like even if I got a gift, I wouldn't really.
yeah, right.
Some of them do, but I think those two. What was the other ones? Physical touch.
Physical touch.
Quality time.
Like, yeah.
Oh, quality time. I think quality time would be pretty important.
Yeah, so like physical touch, like holding hands in public, like you a big hold hander or kissing in public.
We're not knowing to hold hands with them.
So if you go on a date with a girl, just say you do. Are you holding her hand if you take her out?
Was this like a first time date?
Maybe second or third.
Second or third? Well, I guess if you get a second or third, you're probably trying to get to that stage of
Just-
things and holding hands and
So you would like to hold hands. So
Yeah,
you
just
don't
feel
mind
like
the
a-
physical
So
or the hold, the hug.
arm around. Yeah.
Do you pay for the bill if you're taking her out on a date?
For the second or third, I would.
First, no.
No, first.
First, nah.
Oh,
Or splitting or her.
It depends, really. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like first it should be like pretty like neutral. Like you're
Neutral,
figuring
yeah.
each other out, what the vibe's like. See if you got a bit of connection there, and if it's theirs, then
If she's not into techno music, are you not a fan?
no. So I
Is that
don't.
a deal breaker?
I'll listen.
Deal breaker.
No, it's not a deal breaker. But I think they'll have to be accepting of like my music taste or allow me to enjoy
I can't
my
do that.
musical genres or
That's
whatever.
fair. That's
For
fine.
sure. All right, we'll dive into the questions then. Mun, you've got one there.
Yeah, from Sheridan Luis. Do you miss playing sevens for New Zealand at all? Or do you miss the game at all? After you got breakout year, obviously you're loving rugby league now. Do you miss sevens at all?
Yeah, like I would say I miss the I miss the team and the boys, like in a good way, if that makes sense. Like it's not in a way where like I wish I was there, but like no, you form some pretty good bonds there, and it was a good environment as well and great culture there. So you know, you miss it in that sense, but I'm very happy and content with where I'm at and what I'm doing.
We're pretty happy with you staying, mate. But it's a little bit different. Like you think about, you get to travel like heaps. Like
Yeah.
you get to go different tournaments in America.
The lifestyle is pretty.
like Italy, France, like all that kind of stuff. But we're just playing Australian rugby league. You know, you don't really move.
Yeah.
So I can understand your Papi concept as
Yeah, the
well.
lifestyle it was a good lifestyle. It was a pretty cool lifestyle in terms of traveling and that. But yeah, like I said, I'm happy with what I'm doing now.
All right, I got one from Vicky Marie. It's very it's a big topic on this podcast. Scrunch or fold?
I must be straight up. I'm a folder.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
That's my
I don't get how.
Let's go.
Oh,
Scrunch it up,
that's
bruh.
pop there
Good
too.
pop. There's always
Scrunch,
a good pop.
man.
I don't get how you can scrunch.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like,
Are you like X? Are you like?
nah, it's easy. Just do a quick fold and then like, yeah.
Quick.
Yeah,
It takes a bit of time, though. That's
Wrap
folding.
it around
Too
your
much.
How are
hands.
you folding it?
Just grab it, scrunch, bang. That's too much time,
We're
man.
missing areas of a scrunch.
No, you're not.
Toilet paper.
You're missing areas. That's the best. Right,
Oh,
Hughesy, fire away.
It's a two-part question. There's been there's heaps of people that said it, so I'm not going to say who wrote asked it. But are you single? Is the first part of the question, and the second is what is your type?
Oh my life.
Oh my life.
If you got a type, you don't have to
Yeah,
have a type. But if you had to describe your perfect girl or date that you could go on a date with someone, what would that girl be?
Oh yes, I am single.
Yeah, sure, everyone's clapping.
Single, and what's my type like? I wouldn't say like it's not too much on the physical side of things. Like obviously, I'm an athletic person. I like someone that's maybe in the athletic sense or looks after themselves or has a healthy lifestyle. But no, I'm also like attracted to things like if they're pretty like quite independent. Like, I don't know why. I just think that's if they can sort of look after themselves and they got a bit of purpose what they're doing and whatnot. Like they don't necessarily need you. I kind of like a woman that's independent and is quite family orientated. Yeah,
Rick knows
I'll
what
leave
he
it at
wants.
that.
That's not
Yeah.
Rick
bad.
knows what he wants.
He knows
Yeah,
he's-
put it out
and
there.
go and get it.
I think a lot of girls are gonna like that too. what you
Someone
just
might
said.
even start scrolling straight into your inbox. I got another one for you from HP Ham 123. Would you rather fart when someone laughs or laugh hardcore when someone cries?
Wait, what? Fart when someone laughs.
Would you rather fart whenever someone laughs or laugh hardcore whenever someone cries?
Oh,
I think I'd have to fart.
Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna have to, I reckon.
I'd just be like, oh, sorry, it's a genetic thing, man. Can't do much about it.
my
Because when
stomach,
people
my
are
tummy
crying
is
for like a
sick.
bad reason and you just
Yeah,
start
like
laughing.
if you're just laughing when someone's like crying like a real bad or
Yeah,
serious,
that'd be
like a
pretty-
serious.
Yeah.
You could just
Thing
come up with,
like-
oh, I got a tummy
You
issue.
weren't about to go anywhere.
I got
you
a
could
tummy.
pretend you were crying when you were laughing. You know, you could just
Yeah.
like rub your eyes and laugh.
Yeah.
I've got
So
one
far.
here. Not sure who this one was by actually, but if you weren't signed by Melbourne, where do you think you'd be now?
Oh well. What year is it? Jeez.
23. Would you finish up? You come down here 20.
End of 2021. I come.
Yeah.
November.
Yeah.
I honestly think I'll probably hopefully I would have been still at sevens or something. Yeah, like I said, there probably wasn't too much going on, so I like to think I was probably still at sevens maybe.
Yeah, right.
Would you rather an Olympic gold medal or a premiership ring?
Oh, that's very good.
If you could only get one in your lifetime, what one would you pick?
Far. I'd say premiership maybe.
Ooh.
It's probably easy to say because I've got a silver medal, but I mean, it's hard because Olympics only every 4 years and to get there. But I feel like you got 3 opportunities to at least get a medal or a premiership. The whole season, if you don't get first, you get nothing kind of
Yeah.
thing. So
Very true. Very true.
I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm actually stumped.
All right, we'll move on to the quick fires now. Feel free to jump in, boys, if you want to answer these as well.
Yeah.
We got some here, but all right. First one, describe yourself in 3 words.
What? Positive.
Yeah.
Hardworking. Loyal.
Done. Go-to karaoke song.
Don't stop believing.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good
Good
song. I
one.
like that.
It might come out. I don't know.
Night or morning person.
Morning during the week, night on the weekends.
Best chocolate in the favourites box.
In the favourites box.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll go around for this one, I reckon.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll all be different.
Well, it used to be, I think, time out, but they don't do it anymore. So
No.
No, scrapped.
yeah, scrapped. White chocolate.
White chocolate.
Was it Dream?
Carmelo?
Flake.
I'm picking.
Oh, Flake.
Oh, we'd be good.
Forgot about Flake.
Yeah.
We could just smash a box together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Far out.
I reckon you're cherry ripe. Yeah, you're cherry ripe over there. Cherry ripe.
Morrow.
What's the Morrow? That's the one I was thinking of.
Hey, can't go wrong for mine.
No, that's
Morrow. No.
anyway.
Books or movies?
Oof. I'll go movies.
Okay.
Movies.
Yeah, movies.
I'm gonna go books.
Yeah.
I can't watch movies, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
I love movies.
At least with movies, you can share it with others. Like, you can watch it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's if you want to share.
Yeah,
on
but
your
they
own,
can, like
watch it.
they can watch a movie and you can look at your book.
Yeah, but like I'll only read. I can't read books that are. What's it called when it's not real?
Fiction.
Fiction.
Mm.
I can't read fiction books.
Mm.
Really?
They have to be like
Like positive
autobiographies or like
Proper.
yeah.
Bit of reality.
I like
with
it.
All right, call or text.
Core.
Text.
Yeah, text. I hate calls.
God, I hate calls.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
coming around to the call, but text for me at the moment.
Oh.
Left or right boot first?
I have no clue.
No clue.
I have no clue either.
I think I'm left as well.
I'm left. Yeah.
Left. Dinner with two guests, dead or alive. Who are they?
Two guests.
Two guests, just two. You going to Fradolino's
Oh, Fratto.
with Zave?
In the,
He's on another
in the
table.
window.
Two guests, dead or alive. Who would they be?
Oh. Dua Lipa. Straight off the bat, bro. I'm throwing it out there. Just- and then,
and Tui Kamikabi.
but he's not invited. I might go with like. I've been sort of getting like a real interest with Kobe Bryant.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kobe
pretty-
Bryant and Dua Lipa.
Yeah. Weird. That's a weird setup, actually. Now I think about it.
Do you have an NFL team or NBA team?
NBA.
Who's that?
I'll go Clippers.
Clippers.
Only because of Paul George.
Yeah.
Big PG-13 fan.
We've already answered this on previous podcasts. Do you watch your own highlights?
I've caught him.
Hughes will answer this for you because he's already thrown me under the bus.
I've caught him a couple of times on the bus. I've caught him as well.
Yeah,
He sits behind me. Yeah, when I walk back on the bus, I can see his phone sideways, going back and forward on it.
Yeah,
But it's not for like my own like.
that's
like,
right, bro.
Yeah,
That's right. We all
I watch my
our
own highlights. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
And how many times do you watch the Roosters try?
I think I asked him this actually.
Probably, honestly, I can't remember. Like, because I'm
People
gonna be,
are
I'm
tagging
not,
you
but
that
in
way.
all honesty, I couldn't remember the try itself. All I can remember after was like the boys screaming in my face and that. So I had to like just watch it and like comprehend what happened in that. But I won't chuck a figure out there. Yeah.
Under over 100.
No, it has to be under 100.
Do you reckon?
You reckon?
I think you can actually look at Instagram and see how many times you viewed it.
Get
1,000.
live reaction. What's your next tattoo?
Oh, I've actually been thinking about this, to be honest. Well, I don't know. I think it would probably be something that represents my hometown, where I come from. Got a couple ideas, but yeah, something that represents home.
Would you get one if you got a premiership or if you played for your country in rugby league?
If I want a premiership, I'll be trying to get one that night. There's no doubts. Like, yeah.
And obviously,
Somewhere.
we've got a big one here. It's probably the most important question. We know you like going out a fair bit. Espy or Emerson?
Wow. I'm gonna have to go Espy. That was my first love. That was my first night out of
Yeah,
Melbourne.
it's hard to get away from your first
Yeah,
love.
SP's
That's
a
fair
good-
enough.
Actually, you were at the California SB yesterday, Paps.
What's that?
You were at California
Yeah,
SB
no, I was
yesterday.
at
Pumping?
SBS
Was it
today.
pumping?
No, it was good. It was like
Lucky,
good
eh?
vibe. I was just like, it's a good night. It's good weather.
eh?
Sun
Yeah.
doesn't go down till 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Let's go have a feed. So I messaged a roomie and said, come down.
It's a good thing about Espy is the setting, like
Yeah.
where it is. So good.
bro.
Right on it. It wasn't too busy. Like all the tables were probably full, but it wasn't like you just could walk up.
Yeah,
and get
it
something.
wasn't.
But,
Yeah, stupid. Yeah.
that's the end of our quick fire
No, hang on.
questions.
Do you what from the front or back?
Oh yeah, this will
The
go-
back.
Yeah.
Yuck.
See,
Beer.
I don't get how you can wipe from the front.
It's pull them forward. Go.
it's a
This doesn't
Queensland.
work.
It's honestly a Queensland thing. I reckon.
No.
Wait,
it's-
what are you?
Yeah, from the front.
What?
Yeah, it's always been since
That's what you've been taught when you were a
since I was
kid.
a young buck.
Do you remember getting taught?
Nah, I don't remember.
Nah, neither do I.
Yeah,
but
neither.
I just don't understand.
I would've
like,
got
the
taught.
move,
I reckon I got like it was on TV, like on like Play School or something. I watched it. I don't know.
You would have got taught.
Okay.
Surely. Your parents would have taught you, and then you would have just done it the whole time. Surely. That's my old man's fault for teaching me, if that's the wrong way. But I think it's the right way. I don't know.
know.
It can't be a wrong way.
Nah,
it's
it's not.
job done. eh?
As long as it's clean, I don't think it matters.
It's taken 8 episodes to figure it out, but
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a right way. As long as it's
I
clean.
guess we'll never
Yeah.
know. Way.
I guess we'll never know. But no, just wanted to thank you for coming on, Brick. We do appreciate it, mate. Like I said, it's an amazing story, crazy journey, and only the beginning of your NRL career. So,
Just scary, I think.
yeah, keen to see what more you've got, but we do appreciate you coming on. So thank you.
Thanks, Brick.
Thanks, my bro.
But
Thanks for having me.
we've also got a massive giveaway now. We've brought in the Anzac jersey signed by the whole squad. So we do give a little giveaway here. I don't even know what we're doing for the giveaway.
I think we're gonna do it online.
Do it online.
Yeah. So when this goes up, we'll probably do a post or
randomizer.
tag a couple people and all that sort of stuff, and
Yeah.
give that jersey away.
Might even
Anzac.
be able to get them to put it in the chat about their best moment of the storm or best.
Yeah, we'll come up with something.
come up with something. And
Good too. Good little
Signed
mix.
by the
Obviously,
boys.
Aussies and Kiwis, Anzac Day, what it's all about. And
it's a good jersey.
signed by everyone too. So signed by the whole 2023 squad. But yeah, it's a little giveaway to thank everyone for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Obviously, 8 episodes have gone so quick.
Oh, so fast,
we
bro.
got through a
Crazy.
lot.
Jesus.
But yeah, hopefully we've got another season of this next year. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for the support. Does mean a lot. All the comments, we get a massive kick out of it. Gets plenty of laughs. We talk about it training all week. Some of the stuff you guys say. So thank you for that.
This on that too. If you got any, if anyone wants to sponsor the potty for next year, still in the works at the moment. But if you really like the potty and you just want to come on and jump on and sponsor us, obviously jump on Ausmerican Aces and give us a bit of a plug, guys, because we want to be doing it next year as well.
And we do have a little gift for you as well, Brick. I didn't bring it along with me, but it is a $50 voucher to the SB. So do some good things with it, brother. We know you are. We know you're a big fan of the place.
But we're all coming, so
Have you-
it's one
That's
beer
one
each.
round. A few oysters, 3 or 4 oysters.
Entry.
Espresso.
But no, we do. We do
You can take one of
appreciate.
them- you can take one of your little dates there and just use the voucher.
Yeah, exactly, $50 voucher. But we also close this podcast off by doing a little card break. So we've got 3 packs. You, Mun, and Hughesy will open these ones. We've got a new box too.
New
Mun
box
will read
here.
out what it is. But
23.
So unique bonus card inside. Super rare boys, NRL traders for this year. So hopefully we can pull
3 or
something.
4.
I think there's 3 in there.
3 packs plus a
I
bonus
won't
pack.
open.
No, there's 4. There's bonus
Oh, there's
packs.
4.
Bonus
All
pack.
right, so-
Oh, sorry, hang on. No, sorry.
3.
3.
3. So there's 3 packs. Brick,
Oh, far out.
Brick, Mun, and Hughesy will open them. I'll sit here and commentate.
You sure you don't want to
Shit
open
anyway,
them? 'Cause
nah,
I'm-
he's been pulling up and
Yeah, I've been hopeless.
well, you can't be any worse than me.
So
Oh, hang on.
is it the bonus card there?
Hide that. Yeah, I'll go middle. You want me to do the middle card last? Oh, I'll see.
whoever opens it.
2023.
Oh, these are actually quite hard to open.
Yeah.
I'm no chance then.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm Zach Clemmy. It's that hot now.
Fort Knox.
It is quite hot.
It's
in
like
here.
you can like open it from the back, sort of.
All right, I'll go.
They're not kid open things,
Talakai
are
from
they?
the Sharks. Bradman Bess, Newcastle. Bunty. Oh! Bunty of Foul
What are
Warriors.
you laughing at? What's on?
Back fence.
The moldy Brad Pitt.
Oh, the pair.
How did you get your own?
Uncle.
Rising Star. Christian Mapapalangi,
Ooh,
Newcastle.
I gave you the hard box.
Dom Young, Newcastle.
You still trying to open it, man?
Yep.
Do you need a hand or you're right?
No, I'm just,
Joey Taps, Raiders, Kurt Capewill, Bronx, RCG, Eels, and Dragons checklist.
nice.
All right.
What's the fire we're looking for in here? Is there any
I'll go
goodies
for
or
one.
what?
I'll let you go
There
to the
will
last
be-
one. Hopefully
is
you
that
got a nice
numbered
box.
there?
Yeah, that one's numbered. Dylan Edwards, Penny Panthers. Alexander Brimson. Oh, that's terrible. Alexander Brimson, the Gold Coast Titans. Stafford Toa from the West Tigers. He had a pretty good year this year. Stafford Toa. Will Kennedy, the Cronulla Sharks. He had a pretty good year too at the start of the year. Cody Walker for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Oh, here she is. Tamika Upton,
She's a
Newcastle
freak, man.
Knights.
Freaky. Deli M.
Dally M
stuff.
and Clivey.
There you go.
Is it Clivey women's?
Is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Nah.
Did she win it though?
I think she
She would
did.
have, yeah.
Yeah, she won. Yeah, she
Carried
won it. Yeah.
That last little bit.
She's
of
from
the
Rocky, actually. She plays touch with my
Really?
sister. Yeah, used to.
Yeah, she was a gun touch footy
Yeah.
player.
Cody Ramsey, the Dragons, St. George Dragons. Is that numbered? No, it's not. Ruben Garrick, Manly Seagulls. Matt Burton, the Bulldogs. And Valentine Holmes from the Cowboys.
Right, Brick.
All right.
Rick, finish
Surely
us off,
something on
brother.
for us.
Come on,
surely.
bro.
We need something.
All right. First off, we got Taylor May from the Panthers there.
I forgot he was injured too.
Did he do his ACL?
Josh Curran from Warriors.
The
The
Waz.
Waz.
Up the wires.
Up the wires.
A lot of Waz fans out there.
Also have Dominic Young, the Knights.
Yeah, he's on the
Seen
Roosters
you
this
rocked
year.
up to the Deli M's together?
Good lad, big lad, holy.
Is
Did
he?
you go
Big
together?
I think he got left behind from the Knights boys on there's like 2 shuttles and he was
Oh.
running late, so
So
he
it's
jumped
just you
along, tagged along me and Harry there. So he's a good fella,
The Brick.
good man. Here's a good one. Nasty.
Big
Oh,
Nas.
the big
Is
Nas.
that-
He's, he's boxing this Saturday too. The Battle of
Is
the
that
Reds.
Saturday?
Yeah,
Is he?
he's
Good luck to the brother.
yeah,
J-Wall.
he's been
Throwing
trying to get.
heads.
He's been in the sauna a fair bit, trying to cut weight.
Up in
Yeah.
Townsville.
He's been
He's been throwing bombs. Brent Naden, Tigers.
I don't want to be. You're trying to. I've always been thinking about Nas in the fight.
Addo Carr,
Oh,
Bulldogs.
that's nice.
Fox.
Like, you're gonna have to try and just stay away from him the first couple of rounds.
It's
A
only
few wingers in this group. Daniel Tupou,
Oh,
Roosters.
that's that's what I got it for you, my bro. Wingers,
Yeah.
Sentinel.
Winger pack.
Wingers.
Broncos checklist.
Oh, mate, this has been terrible, perhaps.
And
Nah, these
Nick
ones
Kotrick. Hope I pronounced that right. Raiders.
Yeah, but yeah, that's another
what's
winger.
Another winger.
what's that one there you got as well? After Bricks or what more?
And the last one, Dylan Brown, Eels.
Baggies.
I've got a Club Heroes, James Tedesco.
Ooh, that's a nice card.
That's nice.
A nice little gold. Is that gold or
Teddy.
is that
Hitty.
gold? And
Gold
it's
bronze.
numbered 15 of 125.
Oof.
Nice.
There we go.
Goldie.
Goldie.
Lucky last.
What we needed.
Teddy.
Player of the year. So it was 22 player of the year. There you go.
There you go. Huge.
Top to go.
All right. That's our season
Wrapped
episode
up.
8.
Dunsky.
Episode 8, season 1. Done. Once again, thanks for tuning in. We're trying to come back next year. We'll see what happens. But thanks, boys. It's been good fun.
It's been real.
Been
real
a good chat. Enjoy your off season.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in the swing of things. Good luck with your rep stuff as well. I'm sure you guys will kill it. Do the Storm proud. And see you back next year.
Let's go.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks to everyone that has tuned into the Clubhouse podcast. Please make sure you have hit the subscribe button on all our channels and also following us on social media at Ausmerican Aces so that you don't miss out on any announcements.
Catch you at the Clubhouse.